Welcome to another edition of Mark's Inspiration. Glad you could join me here today as always. It's dark this morning, so I can't tell you what kind of a day it is. Not sure if it's cloudy, sunny, or whatever. The days are getting shorter and the nights are getting longer, as happens every year around this time in Missouri, USA. Well, we're going to do another day in the life today because I had a little more drama last night. Drama. I see people say sometimes in dating sites, especially women, no drama, no drama. You can just damn near bet that if they're saying no drama, they've had a lot of drama in their life and they will create some drama. Nothing comes to you from the outside. So my question is this week, what is going on inside of me that is bringing these things into my life? Last night I got a call from my son who was out driving my car, and he went around a corner just a little too fast, and the corner was sharper than he thought, and guess where he ended up? Off in the ditch. But hit that like button and subscribe before I finish this story. And why am I bringing this up? Because as I said earlier this week, it's been a challenging week. Monday or Tuesday, I had a difficult day trying to get this job right, and I thought I had it. No, I did. It was a good job. And then the client informs me the next day that he's not happy with anything I've done, and he's not going to pay me. And it was a good job. There was nothing wrong with it whatsoever. The quality was there. We did more than what we were actually paid to do and asked to do, as I always do, but that's what happened. I think he probably didn't plan on paying me from the very beginning. As I said yesterday, that's happened to me a couple times in my life. It's very rare. This was number 2, so it's rare. But on to last night. But before I get to that, I will tell you that one of my furnaces went out. So that was a costly expense, unexpected to say the least. So I paid that yesterday. And then last night, I get a call, as I said, from my son, and he run the car off in the ditch and tore up the wheel, broke the mirror off, and the spoiler, and a few other things. It does still run, I think, although he had it towed home. And I thought I had towing insurance. I told them I wanted towing insurance on that, but I never read my policy because you almost have to be a lawyer to understand that. Excuse me. So I didn't have towing insurance. I'll get that today. So he got it towed home, and it's sitting down in my driveway, broken. But fortunately not too broken, and thank goodness he's okay. He didn't get hurt, and he'll learn a lesson from this because his car has been broke down for quite some time, and he was saving money up to get it fixed. I think it was going to cost him a couple $1,000s, and he had $700 saved up, but he's going to have to use this to fix my car. So I kind of feel bad for him, but he's got to learn, just like we all have to learn in life. And what do we learn the most from? We learn the most from disappointments and things that discourage us and sometimes depress us and really are painful emotionally. Then is when we really learn, because then is when we start looking for answers, when we quit blaming others and look within. But as I get back to one of my original questions, what has been going on within me internally? What kind of turmoil have I been having inside of me that is bringing these things to pass in my outer world? Well, sometimes we don't know what that is. But there's something in there wanting to come out and wanting to be, how I say, uncovered, discovered, and discarded. And when you get rid of that crap inside of you, and I can think of what it might be. I have been having some contact with one of my exes. And actually, I have several exes, ex-wives and ex-girlfriends. When you get to be my age, you have quite a few exes. I can't remember the names of all of my exes, but I remember the names of the long-term exes. So I've been having some contact with her, and it's been a couple years since I went out with her, since I walked away from her, and I don't think anything has changed there, but I have to ask myself, what am I expecting, or what do I want out of that? Well, I got what I wanted. I could take her out and be with her if I wanted to be, but I don't want to be, and that's why I haven't. She's been contacting me since, well, I'll say it this way. She contacted me after I left her, 6 months after I left her, because I was done with her. I wasn't getting the respect and the treatment I felt that I deserved, that any man deserves. And if you're not getting treated with respect and love, then you need to do something different. Now, you have to take responsibility for how did you allow it to get to that point? Okay, why didn't you cut it off sooner? And in my case, I was patient, tolerant, too tolerant, thinking that someone was going to change, when most people don't change unless they have something, as I said earlier, emotionally discouraging or painful happen to them. So I left. So I've been communicating with her just off and on for a long time now. And the more I do communicate with her, the more I see nothing's changed. She's still doing the same thing she was 2 years ago, and I've moved on, and I've done a lot since I left her. I've published 2 books. I've started a new business. I've made this YouTube channel. I have 360 videos, and many other things have changed with me. So if you're growing and people around you are not, they really are just a drain on your resources, and your resources lie within you. It's a distraction, it's a drain, and you can't save the world. Everyone has to go down their own path. Does that mean you're better than them? No, it just means you're different. And if you get 2 people going down or trying to go down one path when they both should be on separate paths, it just doesn't work. You have inner conflict, and it eventually develops into outer conflict, such as maybe what's happening in my life right now, because I'm thinking I should just not even talk to her anymore. But sometimes I think, she might need some guidance sometime down the road. But I really don't need the distraction. So see, as I'm talking to you now, there's a little inner conflict there, and I hope that you can relate to that with things in your life. Maybe it's your job and your boss. You don't like where you're working, you know you shouldn't be there, and you're constantly having these questionable conversations, these inner conversations in your mind about something he did, and you're arguing with him, or you're trying to tell him how much work you do, how you deserve more pay, how Joe over there on the other line isn't doing his job, etc., etc. These inner conversations of conflict will produce conflict in your outer world in some form or another. Just the same as inner conversations about wonderful, great, beautiful things that you desire will produce those things in your outer world. So be careful who you allow into your life. And you may not even talk to them in person. I haven't talked to this girl in person for probably 1.5 years, or maybe longer. And I don't communicate with her much, but everything has an effect on you. Everything has an effect on you. If somebody has a negative lifestyle, let's say they're partying, using drugs, and not going anywhere in their life, every conversation you have with them, whether in person or by messages, will have an effect on you. It will make an imprint on you. So you must be very careful who you allow into your life. Is that to say I don't talk to people who are struggling or having a hard time with their life? Yes, I help people almost daily that are having a hard time, but they are trying to help themselves. The people I'm talking about that will affect you negatively are the ones that are not doing anything different. They're having a struggle in their life, but they're not working on themselves. They're not looking within themselves. They're trying to find satisfaction, solution, and happiness in outside things, and they'll never find it there. I realize that, and maybe you have too. Maybe that's why you're watching this. So everything happens within you first, and then it manifests in the outer world. Everything is drawn into your life by your state of consciousness, by your dominant thinking. So be careful what you're dominantly thinking about. Make sure it's what you want in your life and not what you don't want in your life. Okay? I gotta go. Got a busy day, couple bids to give, gotta finish up a job. I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day.